Nope.
Hey, welcome back to the Resilience Memoirs. My name is Ian, and I thought I would just go ahead and start telling my story. And real quick, before I get into that, you guys are going to have to bear with me. Currently, it is lockdown, and I have not had a haircut in about 2.5 months. So I'm keeping the hoodie on my head because you guys don't want to see that. That's probably going to be a theme in the next couple of videos. It's just going to be me wearing hoodies until I get a haircut or beanies. So bear with me, we'll make it through it. Okay, so I was adopted in a small town named Nonsan. It is in South Korea, and the events go a little like this. My mother, who I have never met in my life, I do not know who my birth mother is, and I know less about my birth father. So I do not know my birth family in any way, shape, or form. I've never contacted them. They've never contacted me. Um, when I was born, apparently I was born into poverty. They could barely feed themselves, let alone now they have this newborn that they have to take care of. My birth mother decides to bring me to this local orphanage. She drops me off and takes off. I never see her again. I've never seen her since then. Um, I spend months there. When I was dropped off, I was badly malnourished. I just was not given a great start in life because they were so poor they couldn't feed me. Of course, the orphanage has many mouths to feed as well, so they did what they could. But I was fortunate enough and blessed enough that while I was there, my birth parents were hunting for a child. They could not have a child on their own, and they were looking to adopt. And they really wanted to adopt a baby or a child from Korea. They, they got a little, like an agent, if you will, and they arranged a meeting. It was facilitated, of course, and some months later, I was adopted by them. So it was a blessing because I went from poverty and all the uncertainty of will I be alive tomorrow or the next week to now I'm adopted and I'm living in Southern California with a very loving mother and father. Fortunately for me, the adopted family that I was taken in by loved me like I was their own flesh and blood. I have heard numerous stories about adopted adoptees going to families and it's pure hell for them. It's one of the worst experiences they have ever had to endure in their lives. I was fortunate that was not the case for me. So I stay in California for a few years with them. We lived in a pretty quiet neighborhood initially. We had some chickens in the backyard. Um, you know, just a quiet neighborhood. But as the years go by, just before I'd say just before first grade, we made the decision to move to Idaho, and the reason for that decision was because the neighborhood we were living in was quickly becoming not such a nice place to live. On Easter Sunday, they found someone's decapitated head in a park. Apparently, it was part of some satanic ritual or something along those lines, and that was one of the things that really pushed my parents to want to move. Also, my grandparents lived in that same neighborhood, And so they had some car just crashed right into their yard and knocked out part of their house. So all these things were just kind of signs that my parents took that, hey, we need to move to a safer place. And they'd been to Idaho before. It was quiet, it was country, it was the exact opposite of where we were living at the time. So we packed all of our stuff up and we moved to Idaho. And from there, I'm going to go ahead and just, I'm going to end the video right here. I don't want to blend too many things together and miss things. So that is that's my adoption story up into, up into a point. Like I said before, I don't want to go too far ahead. I want to keep things nice and concise. So that is the story of how I became to be adopted. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch this video. I know it's not some great masterpiece. I'm not going to pretend to be something or someone that I'm not, but I do appreciate you coming to spend a few minutes of your time with me. Anyway, guys, I hope you're staying safe and you're staying healthy. I will catch you in the next video. Peace.